right, so let's talk about the 3 types of traffic in Facebook advertising. Look, no traffic equals no business, but if you know your traffic, you're going to know your business. It's a little quirky little line we came up with. But, you need to be able to drive traffic to make money. The traffic is the fuel of your business, but you've got to understand the style of traffic you're getting to, the goal of traffic, right? What is it? Introduce your brand and eventually turn them into a customer. Right? Take someone from a hello to a will you marry me? But here's the deal. That is different based on the type of customer it is. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's just take that dating to will you marry me example, right? So if you meet a stranger on the street, you have this voice in your mind. You meet this beautiful girl walking on the street and you want to marry her. You just say, that's it. That's the one for me. But you're not going to approach her and ask her, will you marry me? You're going to say hello. You're going to talk to her and ask her for a cup of coffee. But now let's fast forward. And that same woman is now your girlfriend for 7 years. You guys are watching a movie together and you feel the moment. You're not going to turn to her and say hello. You're going to turn to her and say, will you marry me? So the level of relationship, where is that customer in their path with you? Where is that potential customer in the path with you? And the goals change. See, there are 3 stages of traffic. You have cold traffic, you have warm traffic, and you have hot traffic. And I think it's very important for you to understand this. And we're going to spend a good amount of time on this. See, cold traffic is what I call in the awareness area. Look, with cold traffic, you are simply making them aware of something, an opportunity, a problem, an obstacle, a solution, awareness, because they may not even know that they need it or want it. You just know through their demographics that Facebook offers you that they fit the mold. They fit someone who would want this. So you make them aware of what it is that you're doing, all right? We're going to come back and talk more about this. Then you have warm traffic. Warm traffic is what we call consideration. Consideration because they probably already know about that topic, but they're going to consider you and your solution. All right? So when they're warm, they're looking for a solution. It's just whether they want to make you that solution. All right? So they're considering options. And third, last but not least, of course, the most important, I think, is hot traffic, and that is prime for conversion. Okay, you don't make hot traffic aware of anything. Hot traffic already knows the problem, already knows that you're the solution. Just tell them what they need to hear and give them the specifics. When I teach copywriting, when I teach interactive marketing in my 5-step formula for copywriting in the Copywriting Academy, I always say that today's day and age, copywriting is so much easier because you know what? It's pretty straightforward. There aren't any tricks. Actually, the more tricky you are, the worse your copy will get, the worse your conversions will get. So it actually is go for the conversion. So this is your traffic funnel, and this is your temperature. This is exactly how it works. Now, remember, this is always going to be your biggest size audience-wise. It's also usually going to be the cheapest to run to on Facebook from a perspective of getting clicks. Now, this is all assuming that you have great ads, but the problem is your conversions are going to be wonky on here. I want to remind you that all 3 of these, I'll say this again, all 3 of these need a different style, different communication, many times different ads, and very likely different funnels, right? So this will be your biggest, this will be your smallest, and your hot traffic is really just going to depend on how much traffic you're getting. Now, it's funny, but I say this is the cheapest, but this could also be the cheapest. It just depends. Usually, actually, hot traffic is going to get you conversions at the cheapest, right? And usually cold traffic, if you do a good job, you can usually get clicks because I don't know, it's just out there. So this is really a statement I made that actually now that I'm turning back on because it's so dependent upon the ad that you make. I don't want to go out there and say this, but I can tell you that with pretty much certainty, hot traffic is going to almost always be really, really inexpensive clicks because hot traffic is just going to click whatever the heck you give them. All right, they know you, especially if it's brand specific, if it speaks your brand to them, they're going to want it. All right, so I just want you to focus on size here. This is important to know, and to know that the same ad creative may not necessarily carry through. All right, the end goal of each of these is going to be different. Here, you want to basically get them to know you. All right, this is all about a know. It's really like an introduction. All right, this is an introduction. This is more of your third date. All right, I'm going to use this example of dating, and this really here is straight up marriage. I mean, this is where we say, let's tie the knot, right? Let's convert. Let's join in a relationship. Cold traffic, are people who are just becoming aware of your brand. As I said, it's the introduction. Think of it like meeting someone, right? We talked about that. Warm traffic is people in the consideration stage. These people are already familiar with they're either familiar with the topic, the concern, the issue, or they're familiar with your brand. But basically, there's two things you need before you can go for a conversion, right? You need someone to actually want a solution, and then you want them to want your solution. So in warm traffic, they kind of know one or the other. So you only have half the battle to fight. Typically, you can do very well with inexpensive offers. You can also do well with high ticket, but you got to be really, really good. You got to have a great funnel, and you got to be good at converting, all right? You got to have good copy. That's why Copywriting Academy is super important. It's anywhere between the range of a third date or an acquaintance, somewhere there. But it's no longer the first hello. And then you have your hot traffic, okay? Here we're in the conversion stage. They're very familiar with the problem. They want a solution, and they want your solution. They trust you, like you. They've already shown that. This is where you can really come in and usually sell easier. Less words, sell higher tickets. All right, you can sell higher priced products, use less words, less fanciness. You don't have to have as complicated of funnels. And I always say here, think of this like basically your girlfriend or boyfriend, and it's time to ask them to marry you. And it wouldn't be really weird if you did, because they know you. All right? So this is hot traffic. We go straight for the conversion. This will change the way you talk. Believe me, every time you are out there ready to launch an ad, ask yourself, what type of traffic is this, cold, warm, or hot? It's going to change the way you speak. It's going to change the types of ads you write. It's certainly going to change your funnels. All right? This is Onyx Singhal, reminding you when life pushes you, stand straight, smile, and push it the heck back. I'll see you in the next video.